There are very few grist mills remaining in the United States that still house their original equipment. Constructed in 1860 by Melvin Marsh, Lidke Mill in Lime Springs is one of these few. Offering visitors a doorway into the past, the mill's interior is preserved in its entirety. The rollers, silk bolter, fanning mill, grain elevators, and complex belt system remain exactly as they were in 1960 when Herman Lidke closed up the business. The integrity of this special structure is credited to one of the millers named D.W. Davis, who built a brick veneer over the mill in 1915. Start your tour by holding a handful of the tiny buckwheat seeds, the most commonly ground grain at Lidke Mill. Follow the process of weighing, grinding, and sifting. Imagine the loud hum of the belt system, the air filled with a fine dust, and the grain elevators moving up and down through the floor. Discover how flour and livestock feed used to be made, not in a giant mysterious factory, but in a small mill by a hardworking family and the power of the river. Learn about the special French burr grinding stones that miller Herman Lidke purchased from Governor Larrabee in Claremont, Iowa, and the slow and muddy 60-mile trek he had to make with over 5,600 pounds on his country wagon. Walk through the miller's house and see many unique furnishings from the late Victorian era, including a bison horn stool D.W. Davis bought back from Iowa from the Wild West. Visit the mill's dynamo room, where electricity was generated for Chester and Lime Springs in the 1920s, and where the miller's assistant, John Peterson, was electrocuted while wearing his wet slippers. Set on the picturesque Upper Iowa River, the Lidke Mill and Mill House are a regional treasure. The mill is open for tours from 1 to 4 p.m. Saturday and Sunday from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and by appointment. There are several annual events that make for an extra special experience. The Buckwheat Pancake Breakfast, the first Saturday in June, and the Lidke Mill Lunch and Ice Cream Social, the second Sunday in July. Call Howard County Business and Tourism at 563-547-3434 to find out more.